Hi guys, this is Billy Joe Bennett here with Wednesday's special edition of Creature Feature. As you can see, I've already done my makeup. I already went live on Facebook for the very first time. It went great. Had 7 viewers for my very first one. So, better than none. But this is the eye look that I ended up doing. This one needs a little work, but you know how that is. There's always one eye that's a pain in the butt. This side turned out fantastic. So what I did for the eyeshadow, I'm going to take you step by step with what I did and show you what I did. Is I started with the color Wasabi from my BH Cosmetics Trendy in Tokyo palette. And I sprayed my brush with just like one little spritz of setting spray. Like I held the spray out and kind of brighten it up. Then I went into my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil. And I used that green, and that's the highlighter I used for the inner corner and on my cheek. Then I darkened it up, not that one, with, where'd you go? The green from the Zodiac Love palette, which is right next to that blue. Okay. The blush and then I also used this elf green. And then the gold that I used was a boxy palette that I had gotten. And it was that color right there for the gold. So, and I am going to do another look tomorrow on Facebook. I use this lip liner with this Wet n Wild mauve lipstick. And then mascara, elf eyeliner, LA Colors blush. So let's get started while I tell you a bit about my favorite St. Patty's Day character, the leprechaun. The leprechaun has been famous throughout history. I mean, look at Notre Dame, home of the Fighting Irish. Their mascot is the leprechaun. The or not really the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but yeah, there's no leprechauns in that. Look at the movies, the leprechaun in them. The Luck of the Irish for Disney Channel. There's all kinds of movies and stuff on the leprechaun. And he is the mascot for St. Patty's Day. So, what we know about the leprechaun comes from movies and TV series that have showcased the leprechaun. I am going to divulge into a little history about the leprechaun. St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so St. Patrick was born in Roman Britain in the 4th century, and he was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland to be a slave. He escaped and returned to his country and converted it to Christianity. By the time of his death in 461 BC, they had established monasteries, churches, and schools. And he died on March 17th. That's why it became St. Patrick's Day. He drove snakes out of Ireland and used shamrocks to explain the Trinity. It was immigrants who immigrated to the United States that created the holiday St. Patrick's Day and turned it into what it is today. Boston had the first St. Patrick's Day parade in 1737, followed closely by New York in 1962, and corned beef and cabbage are also a well-known dish that is served on St. Patrick's Day. Now, on to the leprechaun. That was a little back history on St. Patrick's Day and how it came about to be St. Patrick's Day. So give me just a second here. And I do plan on ordering a green screen to where this is not going to be my background. I've got a lot going on that I'm planning for this YouTube channel. So I hope everybody really likes it and wants to be a part of what I am trying to create. Let's see here. I'm trying to find my page about the leprechaun. No, this is about St. Patrick's Day. Not about the leprechaun. Let's see here. See, this is it. No, that's about what I did last week, which is another prelude to St. Patrick's Day and the leprechaun. So you might want to watch that video. Where are you? Let's see if this is it. No, that's about another mystery series I want to do. Fine. Here. So the leprechaun. The origin of leprechauns. Oh, and he is also the mascot for Lucky Charms. So the first sighting of a leprechaun emerged in the 8th century. It began when water growlers began circulating among the Celtics. Their name is thought to come from the word leprechaun, I think is how it's pronounced. It's Luchorpan', meaning small body. They're only 2 to 3 feet tall. Very much tricksters. They love playing practical jokes. Very high in the supernatural world and Irish folklore. They're usually depicted as a little bearded man wearing a coat and a hat who partake in mischief. They're also known as shoemakers, who tend to have hidden pots of gold at the end of rainbows. Leprechauns actually rarely appear in Irish mythology, and only became prominent later in folklore. The current spelling is world known. However, there are various different variants of how you spell leprechaun. They are a sprite, pygmy, fairy size who always carries a purse of containing shillings. Let's see here. The earliest known reference to the leprechaun appears in the medieval tale known as The Adventure of Fergus, son of Lippie. In this book, or episode, the king of Ulster falls asleep on the beach, wakes up to find himself dragged into the sea by 3 leprechauns. He captures his abductors, who grant him 3 wishes in exchange for their release. The leprechaun is a solitary creature. And their occupation is making shoes, and they love playing pranks, making stuff disappear, making stuff reappear. Yeah, they love pranks. Let's see here. They can also be a bit more menacing, which is why it's shown that way in the movie The Leprechaun. The leprechaun is the son of an evil spirit and a degenerate fairy, and is not wholly good nor wholly evil. So basically that means they can be both good and bad. Let's see here. Myth of the leprechaun. That's such a weird word to say, leprechaun. According to history, leprechauns are associated with wealth, particularly gold coins. But it's weird because they're actually known as shoemakers. So I mean, so let me ask you this. If you were to have 3 wishes, what would your 3 wishes be? Let's see here. I would want $1 million so I could buy a house and put my son through college or career school, whatever he wanted to do when he grew up. And then I'd want to end hunger. For everybody. I think we all should be able to have 3 meals a day and not worry where our next meal is coming from. And I know what most of you are thinking, well, it looks like you don't need to worry about that, yada yada yada. I've heard it all. And then my 3rd wish would be that there'd be no bullying. We would all just get along. I know that's wishful thinking, right? Wishful thinking. But those are my 3 wishes, if I could ever get them granted. Let's see here. Warwick Davis was the one who directed all 6 Leprechaun movies, by the way. Oh, in Irish folklore, instead of the leprechaun wearing green, he wore red. It shows you what movies do and how pop culture can influence so much. I know this isn't a very long video because there isn't really a whole lot of information out there about the leprechaun. I just wanted to do a special feature because I love St. Patrick's Day. I love everything about St. Patrick's Day because I am Irish, so, well, I'm part Irish. But that is all I have for you, and again, I'm going to ask you, what would your 3 wishes be? Put them below in the comments. I hope you all stay safe, be nice to one another, have a great day. I hope to see you all later. Bye. Have a nice, yeah. So, bye.